After 5 years of marriage, my wife's childhood friend posted a property deed on his Facebook feeds. He captioned it, "Thanks to my boss lady for transferring the house to me." I stared in shock at the deed with my home address on it. Part 2. Sarah interrupted impatiently. "Misunderstood. Jazz is right about you. You always fly off the handle over nothing, with no grace or tolerance. If I so much as talk to another man, you become paranoid. I think the issue lies with you." If it were earlier, I might have argued back, trying to get her to understand the real me. Now I just stared at her coldly. Once she finished her hysterical rant, I slowly said, "Are you done? Could you please turn off the lights?" She shot me a dark look and slammed the door on her way out, leaving the lights on. Seconds later, the sound of another door slamming echoed from the living room. In the past, when she would sleep at Jazz's place after a fight, I'd lie awake all night. Tonight, however, I fell asleep comfortably on my own. The next day, I contacted a friend for a lawyer and consulted about divorce proceedings. Since that door slam, Sarah had disappeared for 3 days. The next time I saw her was in a travel photo shared by her friend Felicity Flickhart. In the picture, she and a few friends posed together, with Jazz standing beside Sarah, both in matching outfits, Jazz's youthful face beaming with joy. I quietly liked the photo. Sarah, who had been MIA, called me back in an instant. "I'll pick you up later to go to the beach and introduce you to my friends." After a pause, she added, "Actually, I didn't have to invite you. This is a reward for how well you've been behaving lately." Sure, the divorce was already in motion. I didn't want to stir things up with her. Sarah came to pick me up as promised, but strangely, Jazz didn't show up to cause a scene today. Once we reached the beach, Flick came over to greet me. "Last time was my gathering. Sorry for not giving you a heads up. I'll punish myself with 3 drinks later." Flick's acknowledgement elevated my status in front of everyone. I offered a perfunctory smile. "Been busy with company matters recently. I heard you managed to persuade some elite talents to open a branch in Willow Springs. Congratulations." Flick continued to shower me with compliments. I smiled slightly. "That's the plan, but it's still uncertain." As I spoke, Sarah marched over, glaring at me. "You're going to Willow Springs. Why didn't you tell me? Did I permit you to go?" I turned my head, calmly gazing at her furious face. The atmosphere around us froze again. Sarah was still loudly questioning me, while Flick could only awkwardly attempt to lighten the mood, suggesting we head to the barbecue. The server quickly set up the grill, and Sarah sat beside me, a rare look of panic flashing across her pretty face. "I've already told Jazz that once his kid graduates from elementary school, we'll transfer the house back. Don't be upset, it's my house, and I don't have to explain it to you." "Oh," I nodded calmly. Before long, a familiar handsome figure walked toward us, and my smile froze. A girl I had never met but who was close to Flick and Sarah jumped up, excitedly waving at Jazz. Brother-in-law, Sarah's here, hurry over." In an instant, everyone around us gasped. Flick kicked the girl, angrily scolding her for her lack of awareness. "I'm going to the restroom." I slowly stood up, not wanting to explode in front of everyone, just wanting to keep some semblance of dignity between us. Sarah glanced at me and then at Jazz, but she ultimately didn't follow me. When I returned, everyone had eaten and sat down on the beach. Jazz and Sarah were sitting close together, their postures intimate. I quietly found a spot to sit off to the side. Flick again tried to lighten the mood. "Alright, let's play a game of truth or dare." In the first round, Sarah won, and Jazz lost. Jazz chose truth, and Sarah let him off easy, asking him what he had been happy about lately. Jazz blinked and gazed at Sarah affectionately. "I met a wonderful woman, in just one day. I have a house and a car. By the way, she even took me for a midnight ride in her new Mercedes-Benz to unwind." After saying that, Jazz smirked at me triumphantly. Most people present knew exactly how Jazz had gotten that house and car, but everyone typically turned a blind eye, knowing yet saying nothing. However, Jazz bringing these matters to light changed everything. The atmosphere thickened again.
Now you can watch the third part by pressing share and more.